Afternoon guys, it's very cold. Hopefully it's going to be a quick one. He joined me at the car park of my new flat. It's not a car park, you don't have to park here for some reason. So I've got to park the Audi on the street, but the E36 in that garage behind us. Now, if you follow me on Twitter, which you should do, at DannyDC2R. Now there's a guy already called at DannyDC2, and he doesn't even use Twitter. Now if you do follow me on Twitter, you'll have seen that I've had one or two issues with the E36 this week. Excuse my casual attire, but been working all day getting stuff inside the flat, getting everything set up. So we've had an interesting week with the E36. As we know, the Audi broke down at the weekend. That's all fixed now. Got the cam belt and stuff in at the same time, which is all good. But I didn't get the Audi back until Tuesday evening, by which I didn't have time to sort insurance and stuff out. So I was driving the E36 daily, and it was going all right. I knew there were a few problems with the car when I bought it. So Pete had some issues with the steering on it, and there was a little power steering leak. I knew that, but we had a few more problems than that, unfortunately. Whilst driving to work on Wednesday, the car overheated quite badly and showed no signs of cooling down, so I had to ditch the car at the train station, get the train into work, and then Rolex came and got me after work and recovered the car, and it's sat in the garage since. So I've got my own garage though, at least, which is pretty cool. Right, I'm gonna get the E36 out and we'll have a look what's wrong. Yeah. Hopefully it's an easy fix because it's bloody cold and I can't be asked looking at it all day. Right, so the car's been parked for about, I don't know, 3 days, 4 days. We've got a nice little patch under here now. That to me feels and smells like engine oil. But yeah, the problems expand further than this, because we've also got the overheating issue, which I'm not too sure what's coming from. So when Pete had the car, he did actually do a lot of work to it, including brand new male water pump, and you know, he's done all the alternator, and he's done so much stuff. I'll show you under the bonnet in a sec. You can see everything looks pretty pristine under there. I think the only thing that it could possibly be is going to be the viscous fan, because the clutches, the viscous fan clutches on these are so common for braking. I'll pull the car out the garage and we'll have a proper look at it. Right, so I'll switch the engine off for now. If you just poke your head under here with me, we've got a brand new alternator, you see? And pretty much every other pulley and the water pump and the belt and everything's all brand new. So Pete was trying to locate a squeak on the car, and then he just replaced everything, which is good to me. Fortunately. Now this viscous fan. Now the reason I think the viscous fan might be the reason that the car was overheating. There's no resistance on the fan whatsoever. I can just free turn that. Now I've had a few E36s and I've never had this problem before, so it was about time it happened, to be fair. I'm going to start the car up in a second, let it try and get up to temperature somewhat and see if it overheats again, see if the fan kicks in, is what we're looking for. The fan may still kick in, but it might be like at a really weak speed, which is not going to do any cooling. So E36s don't have electric fans like modern cars do, or modern BMWs do. They're all run by the viscous fan, which is a manual clutch driven fan. Now the coolant is still full, so at least we've not got a coolant leak. I wonder where the oil leak's coming from. So the oil's still full. I mean, it's not a massive leak. It does look a lot worse than what it is. Alright, let's start the car up and see what she does. Like I say, I think the viscous fan might still kick in, but if it's just running at a really weak pace because the clutch is worn out or failed, then it's not going to be any good. Pete left me a lovely Pug air freshener in here. Got this CD for the E36 for 99 pence. It's got an amazing track list. So I mentioned before that I quite like the interior on this car. I quite like the door cards and the little switch panel down here. I mean, it's held on with tie wraps, so it's not an amazing job, but it's pretty good. We've got a Z3M shifter is here as well. So the Z3M shifter is like an OEM short shift. Feels real nice. I've not had an E36 with it before. We've got Recaro Furious bucket seat. Now I am going to take the two pole positions out of the DC2 and put them in here. So this seat might be for sale. I fancy getting a SPG or something for the DC2. Don't be worried about the white smoke, it's about 2 degrees Celsius at the minute, it's freezing. Luckily I've got my Motorworks jumper on to keep me nice and warm. Don't know if you can see, but the fan is actually turning now. But it seems like it's going really weak. So the car's just about up to temp. The coolant holders are still quite. Now they're still cold, so I'm guessing the thermostat's not opened yet. We are bang on the middle now. Well, the thermostat should be open at any time, really. Right guys, we've got a clear coolant leak now. Down there, I don't want to put my fingers in against the fan. Maybe you can see the steam coming up, but looks like the seal on the thermostat housing's gone. Can you see the steam coming up? The viscous fan actually seems to be turning at a decent pace, but there's definitely steam coming up now, and it looks like it's coming from the thermostat housing. I can see exactly where it's leaking from. Looks like the thermostat housing might have cracked. That's a new part as well that Pete fitted. Can you see down there? I'll get the camera out and you might be able to see it a bit better. Don't know if you'll be able to see that. You can see the sealant though, so maybe he's had this problem before. But there's a little bolt head just up here and it looks like it's leaking from around there, so I do know these plastic thermostat housings can crack if they're over tightened. Maybe that's what's happened. That should be at least a nice easy fix. Alright, so we found out what's wrong. That's good. Nice for it to be an obvious one for a change. It looks like the thermostat housing's cracked slightly. We'll get a new part and get it fitted. It shouldn't be too difficult, I don't think. I think you might have to take the fan shroud off and hopefully not the fan as well, but I'll have a look online and see what we've got to do. Luckily we can stick the front end of the car in the garage and work on it in there. There's no lights though, unfortunately, so I'm going to have to get some kind of lighting in there. Oh, I'm pretty happy with that. Glad we found. I'm glad it wasn't the fan. The fan seems fine once it got up to temp. Right, thermostat housing E36. Next video. Right, let's get the car back in the garage. Right, so a nice easy one, hopefully. Thermostat housing. It looked like a patent part that was on there anyway, so we'll try and get a genuine BMW one, I think. It was a plastic one as well. I'm sure they used to be metal from the factory. That looked like plastic. Maybe it was metal and it was painted black. I don't know. I can't imagine a metal one would crack though, would it? So it probably is plastic. Should the M52 be metal? Let me know. I'm pretty sure the one on my other E36 was metal and the one before that. Anyway. Right guys, that's a little update on the E36. DC2 update wise, and the Integra went away yesterday to get some stuff done for winter, but there'll be more on that coming soon. So over winter I've got some plans for the Integra. I'm not going to go too serious aero wise like Josh, but we're going to do some aero stuff. Now I know the car can do the sub-8 at the Nürburgring exactly as it is now, but even before last winter with all the full weight and everything, it'd be able to do sub-8 as it is. But we're going to do some work to the car that'll just make that target so much more achievable. And hopefully we don't just meet it, hopefully we can smash it. So the plan now for the Integra is to just take his time, do some work. We're going to do the first Destination Nürburgring track day in 2017, hopefully, if they're still going to go next year. That usually happens around April time. So hopefully by April time we'll have a Nürburgring track day booked, and we'll have quite a few new things on the Integra. And hopefully we'll be able to go over and smash this stupid target that we've had for a couple of years. We'll see, right? Right, I'm going back in now, it's freezing.